Scrappy people, it's Tracy Reed here today, coming at you with a pocket page process video using the Cocoa Daisy Nordic Woods collection, and I thought I would just share my thoughts before I dove in. So the Nordic Woods collection is all snowy and cute and gnomey, and I thought I would do a sort of monochromatic layout in these blues and teals for this collection. I also have a 9x12 page that goes on this side that I will be doing in the next video that's going to coordinate with these snowy pictures. We happen to get some snow in November, so of course I'm busting out all of the snow things that I can find so that you know, we're not guaranteed snow again, so I'm gonna use it up. I got a stamping platform on Black Friday, so I'm gonna be stamping and seeing if this helps me be more confident in my stamping. So I have some stamps planned out because there are some really cute ones in the Nordic Woods collection, so we'll see how that goes as well. And I'm gonna switch over to the voiceover now because I cannot talk and scrap at the same time. All right. Okie dokie. So I have these photos and these cards sort of picked out already. I'm going to use the Cocoa Daisy Nordic Woods collection, and like I said, I'm going to do sort of a monochromatic layout here, and when I work on the page next to it, I keep the monochromatic layout sort of going. So the whole thing becomes like this beautiful blue and teal masterpiece. I love these two layouts and how they came together. I'm loving taking the time and going a little bit slower and really creating something that really makes me happy. So if you watched my gratitude journal, you'll know that I already scrapbooked that top photo, but I had some extra photos here that I did not scrapbook in my gratitude journal, so I'm just kind of creating a layout about the whole thing. I have a journal card up at the top because I am trying to add in more journaling, more meaningful journaling. It's funny because journaling has never really been something that's super important to me, but lately I'm really wanting to use my words and not just my photos to tell the story. So I have some die cuts pulled out that I pulled out like all of the wintry, snowy die cuts from the Cocoa Daisy collection. So I have them all right here next to me, and I also have the stamps pulled out. And so I'm going to be using all of it. Hooray for me. I took that wood veneer piece and I placed it in the middle of a snowflake up there at the top. Obviously this isn't a lot of snow. I live in East Tennessee. We don't get a lot of snow. Well, this part of East Tennessee doesn't get a lot of snow because we're like at the base of the Smoky Mountains, so we're not actually like in the mountains, so we do get it, but this November snow was a really big surprise, and it was just a kind of a huge deal to get snow in November. So that's why I'm going a little bit crazy here with this with this snow layout. So I bought the Tim Holtz stamping platform, and this is the first time I'm going to use it. I'm just prepping the stamps with an eraser. I'm just going to prep them all so I don't have to think about it again. And I'm going to add some stamping to this journaling card. It's a little bit of a boring journaling card, so I thought, hey, why not add some stamping to it? And so I'm just placing the stamps where I want them to be on the card, and then I'm going to close the stamping platform, and it should adhere the stamps to the plastic at the top, and then I should be able to ink them up and then put them right back where they were before. You guys, total game changer. I can't even explain to you how exciting this stamping platform is because I am a terrible stamper, like terrible stamper, and this has totally been a game changer. Since this layout, I've like used stamping on basically everything I've made because of how easy this stamping platform is to use. So I'm using the magnet to hold down the card, and I'm just kind of testing things out before I ink anything up because I'm just making sure I know how it works and how well it stays and all of that. I'm going to use this black ink to add the stamps, which really works out well because I've been using blue Catherine Pooler ink with this collection, and I just chose randomly to use black instead, and initially I was a little bit disappointed because I was like, I should have used the blue because of all the blue on the layout, but when I make the layout on the right hand side, I use a lot of black, and it really comes together and pulls these stamps in really well, which makes me super happy. I love when the whole spread comes together beautifully, and it's super fun to do it on accident, basically, like to choose black when maybe I should have chosen blue and then have it work anyway. I just love little happy coincidences like that. These are the printables from the collection, and I printed them on sticker paper because I'm a little bit sticker obsessed lately. I printed them on sticker paper and then used my silhouette to cut the stickers out, and it's absolute perfection. It makes me so happy. So I decided I'm going to use these little swirly stickers. They're like glittery swirls. They're not really glittery, but they got like the texture to them that should be glittery, but I'm going to use them on some of these photos because, first of all, I got 2 packs of them. I think you got them in the pocket and the Traveler's Notebook collection, and so I've got 2, and so I'm like, well, I need to use these. I'm going to need to use these while I got snow pictures to work with, so I'm going to use a bunch of them. And 2, they're super cute. They add like a totally different effect to these photos, just sort of like a doodly effect that I don't normally have in my threads, and so I really like that. Not sure what I'm doing here. Something though. I'm trying to find something or other. I was fixing this stupid ATG. I think I ran out of tape. I think that's what it was. So I'm putting more tape in it. Oh, and then when I went to go use it on that, it was fresh tape, so of course it ripped my snowflake, which made it so that I couldn't put it in the middle of the photo like I was planning, but I just used both halves and kind of layered them in the corner like a photo corner, and it works just fine. I'm adapting. Just adapt. Things go wrong. Gonna add this snowflake up in the top right corner. They are a very subtle effect. Like they're not easy to see on these white snowy pictures, which is fine. But I kind of enjoy how subtle it ends up being. I put one of those curly cues over the top of the snowflake, and I'm trying to decide. Sorry, I'm a little bit off camera here. I'm trying to decide what I want to have up in that top corner, and I decided to go with today. So I have a lot of references to snow. Snow, snow, snow everywhere. And so I went with today instead so that it wouldn't be too repetitive. I find sometimes when you have collections like this that oftentimes you have to pull in other collections or other products with more like everyday type phrases so that not everything says, yay, snow, winter wonderland, bundle up, yay, snow, winter wonderland, bundle up. You know, it's like so repetitive, and it's something I really need to keep in mind for my own collections too. If I'm going to design things that are supposed to be used in this way, where it's like more than just one layout, to make sure that you do some everyday stuff as well, and not everything has to reference the theme. So I'm going to put this Winter Wonderland right here in the middle. Looking good. Working my way slowly through each card, making sure everything looks good and is, nicely decorated, which is not something that I normally have a problem with. I don't have any qualms about decorating the heck out of things, but I just really, for the last few layouts, have been making sure that I've been going a little bit slower and really thinking through things instead of just trying to get it done. Really love that tree, and I decided that since I added the tree on the card down here in the bottom, after I add my date, I'm going to add a tree in the card up at the top to sort of frame the whole layout, and I am looking to see what the date is on these photos. I was like, I think this was the beginning of November, but it ends up being the middle of November, so I'm glad that I looked. Using this Cocoa Daisy date stamp, which is always very useful. And then I'm going to add in this burr to this photo, but I'm going to do it down here. Just looking through these stickers, seeing if there's anything else I want to add. Just a few things. Then I'm going to add that tree. But I really enjoy the way that this came out. I really, really love it with the next layout as well. That'll go up tomorrow, and then you can see the whole thing together. I think like this is a great layout standalone, but also the two together really make me happy. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. And I want to thank you for all of your lovely comments. I really do enjoy them, and I appreciate you taking the time to leave them. All right, thank you.